What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery, and today we have a special birthday treat, if you want to call it that. Today is Tupac Shakur's birthday, June 16th. I believe should be like 46, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm incorrect, please correct me. But I know his birthday is today, and I couldn't go through the day without doing something for someone as influential as he. Now, for those who don't know, Tupac Shakur was a rapper, a actor, author, activist. He was essentially like a hip hop renaissance man. Like, there was nothing that you didn't see him in. There was nothing he couldn't do. This is in the early to mid '90s. Very very popular. He was one of the main stars in the movie Poetic Justice with Janet Jackson. You know, he started off with Digital Underground. The Humpty Dance. Him. Started off with that. Branched onto his own career, a very blossoming, budding career, and he was that dude in the early mid '90s. Like, he was that dude. Like the way people see Drake and Kendrick and all them, he was that dude back then. You know, very very outspoken, very outspoken, very knowledgeable about things going on. You know, got into some legal issues with the police and all that stuff. He comes from a very very well-known background. His mother, Afeni Shakur, rest in peace, Miss Afeni Shakur, was a member of the Black Panthers, and she was taken to jail. And while she was taken to jail, she was pregnant with Tupac Shakur. So, his life was quite a testimony. But he grew up, very, very intelligent, highly intelligent child. Grew to be a very highly intelligent man. He's well known for his music, his very, very political music, and it's also his fun music. He did songs like "I Get Around," "Dear Mama." Then he got a song like "Brenda's Got a Baby," which is a powerful song. For those who haven't heard that song, go listen to it. "Brenda's Got a Baby." Very powerful story. But when he was younger, like I think it was in 96, he was unfortunately gunned down and killed in Las Vegas. And the thing about it is, he was shot before. He was shot before. He survived that and went all out. And yeah, I think it's in '96. He was shot and killed in Las Vegas, and he it was never solved. His case was never solved, which is unfortunate. So it was always a big mystery as to who killed him, and still hasn't been found out to this day. Still don't know, but he accomplished some very great things in his lifetime. All the stuff he did, all the things he accomplished at the age of 25. Keep that in mind. Everything I just named, the acting, the authorship, the poetry, the activism, the music, all that was done before age 25. Before he died at age 25. That just tells you how powerful he was, and still is. His influence is still felt to this day. He's been credited with influencing people like Kendrick Lamar. You know, pretty much anybody, any young person who is very very loud and boisterous and have tattoos on their stomach and all that stuff. That was him. He influenced that. Where he got the Thug Life tattoo on his stomach, and you know that's what a lot of people take from him. They always take the Thug Life tattoo and just run with it, but they don't take the political activism. He was very very politically aware, but that rarely gets shown when you think about Tupac Shakur. I mean, for those who were around and who were alive during the time he was alive, I mean, we know. I was young, but I was alive to know and understand, you know, the significance of Tupac Shakur. I was around during that whole East Coast West Coast beef, you know, so-called beef and all that stuff, because a lot of it during that time was just, you know, speculation and all that stuff, and there wasn't really no issues until the magazines got to the media got a hold of it and ran with the story. But you know, it was a big issue between members of his camp, Death Row Records, all that stuff, and members of East Coast, and stuff like that. It was mainly between him and Biggie Smalls, and with the diss songs, Tupac doing a diss video about Biggie Smalls and his wife, and I'm not gonna repeat that. It's, trust me, it was rough at that time, really really rough at that time. A lot of things were said, a lot of things were done, and unfortunately, nobody was strong enough to stop it. So unfortunately, Tupac Shakur lost his life at a very young age, and the world missed out. Today's generation missed out on a legend. The people of today may not. Well, I mean, certain people. Well, many people of today, this age, may not fully understand how powerful Tupac was and how powerful Tupac could have been had he been alive. Excuse me. Things happen, and people in certain frames of mind, don't see the error of their ways, and things go down a path, and sometimes things go too far where can't nobody pull it back, and lives were lost during that time. Two major lives were lost during that time. That would be Tupac and Biggie Smalls. Just one died 1 year after the other. Tupac died first. Yeah, Tupac died in 96 and Biggie died in 97. But it was a time. It was a time. And that's why nowadays we see people beefing. People try nowadays to stop the beef, because we've seen how far things can go if they go unchecked. We've seen what happened. We don't want to go through that again. So don't want to see another Tupac and Biggie episode happen. So fortunately, people are smarter nowadays, where they don't, social media, you really have to deal with that. So happy about that. But we missed out. This generation missed out on a great one. But True, he missed out on the great one. So this phone is going nuts, man. What is really good, man? Jesus. I'm trying to talk and stuff, and this phone keep on going. What's really happening? Well, I like this because it's actually coming out pretty good. But what would the world be like if Tupac had still been alive? If everything could have been squashed in time, what would have happened? What if, what if, what if? It's always, usually when things happen like that, it's always a what if. It's always a what would have happened if this would have happened, or this person would have just said this or called this person. It's always a what if after the fact. It's like I said, fortunately we've learned from our lessons of yesterday so we can be better today, but if only, if only. That's all we can say is if only. If only. Word. And just yesterday, there was a movie released about Tupac's life called All Eyes on Me, which was based off an album that he put out, All Eyes on Me. And it's pretty much like a biopic of his life and his life and his influence, his upbringing, his experiences, and his death. This is mainly for a generation who actually, oh my God, what in the world? This is mainly for the generation who were either too young, like were babies, or were not born during that time. It was mainly like a movie for them. And I've read some of the reviews for it, and I guess some people like it, and some people are a little bit upset at it because there are people who were around during that time that were being depicted in that movie that say that there's a lot of stuff that was not true or embellished a bit. So we'll see. I mean, when you're talking about somebody who actually lived, that means that the people that they encountered actually lived. And I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't speculate about anything. But when you talk about people who actually lived, you gotta be careful about how you depict them, because these people were really alive. They got families, and these people actually knew each other. They encountered each other. So, if you're going to talk about somebody's actual life, you best to be accurate, because if not, there could be some backlash from it. And reading reports and stuff, I guess there's some backlash. There's some. I'm not going to name names about who is giving out the backlash, but there's some backlash. There's some people who are not pleased with the biopic because it does not represent them accurately. And some people are speaking out. Some people who actually seen the movie, who were part of the movie. When it comes to parts about them being shown, there's a lot of stuff, I guess, some people aren't happy. But, I don't know why. I mean, like I said, I've never seen it before. I haven't seen it before, so I don't know. I don't know who's upset by, a bunch of notifications saying that, this person is upset with the movie because there's lies being told about this particular person with this particular scene and all that. And That's one thing. That's one thing when you're dealing with an actual biopic, that is a film about an actual person's life. You really gotta be careful with what you show, because these people aren't fiction. These people actually existed. These people had real lives. These people have died, and they got families that live after them. And when you do a movie like that, like when you talk about like the movie Malcolm X, and the part of the movie where Malcolm X breaks apart from the Nation of Islam, and the whole split and all that stuff and the controversy behind it. There's a lot of parts of that movie that were not spoken about, that are historically documented. Like the part where even after the separation, Malcolm X still kept in contact with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But that part wasn't shown, so what you gonna do when you speak about a particular subject matter, and the people who were around for it, they have issues with it, because, like I said, these people actually existed. These aren't fiction people. These aren't fictional people that we're speaking about. These people really did exist. They really had lives. They had families, wives and daughters and sons, and they had husbands. So, what do you do when you speak about their life and there are some parts missing that the family or the loved ones, they deem pivotal to the actual story? What do you do? So, hey, like I said, for the Tupac picture, the people who are in this movie aren't no-name people. The people who are in this movie are well-known individuals that we all know. These aren't people that just you meet randomly and then you never heard about them. These people are real people. Like, them. They're on TV. These people are on TV. They're in movies. They do music. Very famous rappers and singers and movie stars and actors. These people really do exist. Like, these people are still alive. That's the thing. The people are still alive to talk about their life with this man, Tupac Shakur. The only person that may be alive is Biggie Smalls and Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur. Biggie Smalls knew Tupac Shakur. Afeni Shakur is Tupac's mother, but unfortunately they're no longer alive, so can't hear from them. But when you talk about someone's life and you putting people in the movie that are alive and they go to see it, what happens when they see a part of the movie that's inaccurate? What do you do? So, hey, almost done. But his influence is still strong, even if people don't really recognize him as a person. There's no way possible that you can deny his influence. You can't. Like I said, if you see any rapper with tattoos on their chest, on their belly, anything like that, if you see somebody with a nose ring, if you see any rapper with a nose ring, chances are they were influenced by Tupac. It's a very good, like 100% chance they were influenced by Tupac. There's no debating on that one. But Like I said, oop, sorry, yeah. From what I'm reading. Like I said, I have not seen the movie. I mean, I really don't want to see because I was around during that time. I mean, I was alive when Tupac was alive and when he was popping. I seen Poetic Justice. So, you know, let's see. Put this date on. Yeah. What's this? 6/16/2017. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tupac Shakur. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for all the music. Appreciate your legacy. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch you all later. Peace.